Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team.
Safe.
The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Hawks take on the 2 and 3 Cotuit Ketleers. My name is Nico Sharp, and I'm here alongside Josh Schreiber and Jacob Irons. Harbor Hawks found themselves in a little bit of trouble for the first time all season, and you guys got a first-hand look at that game last night.
That was a little bit of trouble, but it can't be too much trouble. They walked away with a tie. Not a loss. Still staying undefeated at 4-0-1. They played great baseball, and it was comeback baseball, Nico, for them in that moment. It was a big 8th inning, plating 3 in that second opportunity for them in late inning opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely. And you look at what happened in that game. They went down 5-2 after the Hyannis pitching kind of struggled a little bit in the middle of the game, but then the offense started to come through. They came back from down 5-2 to tie up the ball game. Really the only thing that you were wondering what could have been different is maybe the base running. They made some very aggressive decisions on the base paths that maybe they'd like to have back here. So hopefully those bats can come back alive here today in the battle for Barnstable.
Yeah, no doubt, guys. And when you talk about the starting pitching in tonight's matchup, for the Harbor Hawks, Joseph Durwa going to be going. But before, let's send it to Josie Bros, who got a little bit of action in the pregame.
Josie.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Back here at Lowell Park, the Cotuit Ketleers have taken the field, and on the mound for the Cotuit Ketleers will be number 44, Cameron Hill.
Yeah, and Cameron Hill, pitcher of the year on Cape Cod last season, had a little bit of a down year at Georgia Tech, but he's back in the Cape this season. Had a rough first start, has a 20.6 ERA after going 1 2/3, 4 earned runs, 5 walks. Couldn't quite get control of that command in game 1, but looking for a bounce back here. And he'll do so to start off the game against his teammate at Georgia Tech, Parker Brocious.
And here's the lineup for the Harbor Hawks. It's Parker Brocious in left field, Kane Kepley in left. Michael DiTallo finds himself at third base. Zach York at first. Eric Snow in at second base. Anthony Silva at shortstop. Nick Rose will be in right field. Steve Solorzano gets his first opportunity into the batting lineup. Today he's the designated hitter. And rounding it out is Manny Garza, the catching for the Hawks.
Should be a good matchup here. Josh, as you mentioned, Cameron Hill, a guy who had a lot of success, and when you looked at his numbers in the last spring, had a 5.56 ERA on 14 appearances, started 5 games for Georgia Tech, had 21 earned runs, had a lot of strikeouts, 44-19 strikeout to walk ratio. Pretty accurate guy, goes right after hitters, works with a fastball, slider, changeup, firm, 91, 92 mile per hour fastball, works in and out really well. Slider, loves to throw it behind in the count, can throw in any count. And he's got a changeup that he's working on. He'll throw a few a game, not as consistent with it, but you can see him working on it as the year goes along.
Yeah, absolutely. The big lefty. Certainly the story of this game, I'd say, with how well he pitched with an ERA 1.09 last summer here for Cotuit in 11 appearances. So going to be a big game for him.
And leading off for the Harbor Hawks will be number 33, Parker Brocious. 2 for 5 in last night's matchup. Played it twice, had 1 strikeout on the night. Cameron Hill, the tall 6'6" southpaw. First pitch fastball, catches the bottom of the zone for strike 1.
That's one way to start off. First pitch strikes, especially against a guy like Parker Brocious, who not going to swing the bat early in counts very often.
Hill delivers breaking ball, cannot catch the outside part of the zone, evens the count to 1-1.
And especially on top of it, when it's your own college teammate. You see each other in inter squads in the fall, and understanding you want to have some bragging rights, bring it back to Atlanta.
Back-to-back sliders, both of them for balls. Count is 2-1 to Parker Brocious. The 2-1 from the southpaw is a fastball, fouled straight back from Parker Brocious. Count is 2-2.
Giving our crowd mic a test there early.
If only people knew how long I sat there bunching it today for it to be tested in AB1.
Still holding
Fourth
up there.
Pitch, yeah.
Still looking good over there. Still hanging in there. The 2-2, catch to the corner, catches Parker Brocious looking for out number 1.
92-mile-an-hour pitch on the outer part of the plate. Just was flirting with it, and Brocious didn't go biting, and it freezes him in the righty's batter's box.
And in the 2-hole will be number 11, Kane Kepley. Lefty on lefty matchup here as the first pitch is delivered. Is a slider, front hip slider, catches the inner corner for strike 1.
Cam Hill right in the middle of the rubber. A lot of guys will go to the right or left. Cam Hill just in the middle, still makes it very tough on a lefty-lefty matchup.
Back-to-back front door sliders. Kane Kepley just looking. No balls and 2 strikes here early to Kepley.
And when you talk about it, you're sitting around 93, and then you're dropping it all the way down to 78. That's a huge drop in velo.
Yeah, triples back on that slider. That one is a chase pitch. Kane Kepley spits on it. Count is 1-2.
Have to imagine here you're going to gas him up high by the eyes.
The 1-2. Fastball up in the zone. Pop fly to left field. Compton's under it. Makes a play for out number 2.
Kepley loves to use all fields. We saw it yesterday when he started off that rally that got Hyannis to tie up the ball game, hit a double down the left field line. Just got a bit under that last pitch, popped it up.
That'll bring up the 3-hole, Michael DeTalo, the Patriot out of DBU.
First start at third base today for the season.
Another first pitch slider in for a strike.
Tallow started most of the year at third base for Dallas Baptist this season.
Tries to go back with the changeup there, up and away for a ball.
Thing is with this year, there's been such good play defensively at third base between guys like Wallace Clark. Anthony Silva's been there a little bit.
Changeup hit hard towards second base. Advincula makes a diving play to his glove side and gets the out. It is 3 up and 3 down for the Harbor Hawks. Cam Hill, 1-2-3. We'll see you in the bottom of the first.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Back here for the bottom half of the inning. It is the battle of the opening day starters, Southpaws tonight, and on the mound for the Harbor Hawks will be Joseph Jorwa.
Yeah, and Joseph Jerwa had a fantastic start. His first time out for Hyannis on opening day. 4 innings pitched, just 1 hit, allowed 3 walks, no runs, and 3 Ks. The new Vanderbilt commit entered the transfer portal from Michigan State, committed to Vanderbilt a few days ago. An exciting time for Jerwa.
And leading off for these Kettleers will be Nolan Naraki. First pitch in on the hands for strike one.
And Jerwa, another tall, lanky left-hander, like Cam Hill.
Another fastball right in on the hands for strike two. Jerwa quickly ahead, 0-2.
Nico, as you described him, kind of Chris Sale-like with that motion. Low three-quarter arm slot.
Next pitch is fouled off into the woods on first base side. Very Chris Sale-like, that tall lefty frame. Comes across his body a little bit, 3/4 slot.
Sinker-like arm action on the fastball as well.
And the 0-2 up in the zone, hit into the right center gap, and it will fall, and that is a base hit for Naraki. And he's going for two, tests the arm in the outfield, and that is out at second base. Wonderful play out there for the Harbor Hawks in the outfield, gets Naraki trying to steal second base.
And what a shoot by Parker Brocious. Not easy to cut that ball off with the backhand and then set his feet and throw a strike to Anthony Silva, who hardly had to move the glove.
That was a great throw. And Silva over on the bag, knew it was going to be tight, and Naraki trying to set the tone early for the Kettleers.
And next up will be number 9, Max Bellew, the right fielder out of the University of Texas.
Yeah, Big 12 Player of the Year this past season.
The 1-0 is fouled straight into the dirt, even the count back up to 1-1.
And Bellew's a little ginger after that swing.
Just like you, Jacob.
One ball, one strike here early in the game with one out. Lefty on lefty matchup. Fastball in on the hands. Fouled straight back for a count 1-2. Max.
Bellew, I was just going to say, Nico, we were talking about him earlier. Bellew might truly be one of the best players on Cape Cod. I mean, Cotuit typically gets some of the best players, but from the left side, it's going to be a tough at-bat for him against Jerwa.
No doubt, as Jerwa spikes a slider, count is 2-2. Bellew at the University of Texas had a pretty solid year, hitting .329, on-base percentage of .423, 8 home runs, walking 27 times, and striking out 44. 2-2 from Jerwa. Fastball, catch of the corner for out number 2.
Great fastball on the outer part of the zone. Doing a good job of placing it. It's been what Joseph Jerwa has done so well this year, and it has been placement of his pitches, Nico.
No doubt, working inside and out so far in this ball game. Center fielder from Clemson, number 21, Nathan Hall, steps up to the plate. First pitch, tries to flip in the slider for ball 1.
Teammate of our good friend Whale Taylor, also known as Will Taylor.
Jerwa, the 1-0, just outside, misses with the arm side fastball. Cotuit was at Harwich in last night's matchup, and Nathan Hall went 2 for 4, scored 3 times with 4 RBIs in last night's matchup.
And that was just a small portion, as that pitch was a strike, but it was just a small portion of their runs. They had 18 runs by the time they got to the 4th inning, so, or I should say got through the 4th inning. Just an unbelievable game for Cotuit on the road.
The ball's hit hard through the 6 hole, and that'll be a base hit for Nathan Hall.
Yeah, hard grounder from Hall that just has a beautiful placement between DeTalo and Silva. No one could get over there quick enough. And Hall finds himself aboard.
And next up will be another lefty, number 10, Brandon Compton. Also had a very notable night last night, 3 for 6 with 5 RBIs while playing the score one time as well.
Yeah, Compton with that outing puts him in 3rd in the Cape with 8 RBIs.
And Compton had an incredible season for Arizona State this past year, hitting .335, providing pop as well with 14 bombs, 51 RBIs in 52 games.
Giroux throws over to first base. Hall comes up standing. Count still 1-0. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first.
It's not a huge stolen base threat with only 6 on the summer.
Giroux throws over again.
But definitely want to set the tone here early, making sure you're keeping batters close to the bag.
Another lefty-lefty matchup here against Giroux. Compton standing in on the left side. Runner does go. Ground ball to Eric Snow. Eric Snow makes a play. Throws over to York. Gets the 3rd out of the inning. And before we head to this top of the second, we're going to send it over to Josie Broyles, who has Nick Rose.
Josie Broyles here, sideline reporter. I was able to grab Nick Rose after a tie game against the Bourne Braves the other night. Nick, top of the 8th inning, you guys were down by 3 runs, and you were able to tie it up by making one of those runs. What was going on in your head during that moment?
Just like it goes to show like how relentless of a team we are. We weren't too concerned being down, runs against to the next at bat. You know, my mentality was just to try to get on, and you know we got a really deep and good lineup, so I was just trying to do my job.
Yeah, and then later on you were actually able to get a hit, making the score 6-5. What is it like coming up to the plate, knowing those nerves are there, knowing that your record for the Hawks is on the line?
I wouldn't say I was nervous, to be honest. Like it was more so just like a moment to kind of prove something. You know, I like to kind of play with the chip on my shoulder, and being in those big moments, I love them. You know, coming through for the guys, and you know, we always have each other's back, so it's honestly an honor being in that position. And at the end of the day, it's just a game. If you fail it, you fail 7 out of 10 times, you're a good baseball player. So, yeah, that's what I got. So.
Coming from a school not really around the Cape, what are you wanting to leave in terms of like your legacy here as you're playing for the Hawks?
I just want to be a good teammate. I'm a guy who shows up to the ballpark and has fun every day and just plays hard and tries not to be someone that they're not, and just do what they can to help the team win.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Top of the second here in Lowell Park. Score is still 0-0. And after the Harbor Hawks went down in order, it'll be Zach York, Eric Snow, and Anthony Silva due up in this top half of the second.
Going to be interesting to see how Zach York can approach this at bat. One of the tougher lefty-lefty matchups that he'll have all season long. And obviously he has been struggling a little bit with the exception of 2 games ago when he homered.
Yeah, talk to some people close to the dugout. They are feeling he is continuing to develop as a hitter better than he has in years prior. They think he's really taking that next step forward in how he's approaching at-bats here, even while he's struggling.
Cameron Hill flips a breaking ball in for strike 1, gets ahead, now 0-1.
That's a good point, Jacob. I think that there aren't many guys that have more of a pro approach than Zach York does. Does not expand the zone very often, if at all.
And he also has a pro work ethic, too, about how much he wants to get better and understanding this is what he wants to do.
York, blooper right in front of center field, and it will fall. It finds some grass. Zach York, 1 for 1 on the day.
As Zach York gets himself aboard with a single, and it's perfect placement, dropping right into the Bermuda Triangle in the middle of the field between Cerny, Advincula, and Hall. And no one can get there in time. It's just a little bit of a handsy push out into center that drops in. And now a base runner on and the leadoff man here on the top of the second.
And that'll bring up Eric Snow. Came in as a pinch runner late in the game and scored in the top of the 10th in last night's matchup.
That was the international tiebreaker on second base in that 10th inning. And it was Nick Groves, you just heard from, with Josie Broyles, who was able to bring him in.
Snow turns it around, and that'll be a base hit. And the 2 first men up are 2 on for the Harbor Hawks.
For Snow, that's his first hit of the summer as well. And it's a station to station for Zach York, and it's Once again, nice contact dropping into the gray area in front of Compton, the left fielder, to put 2 on here.
And you knew those hits were going to start coming for Snow. Last season got off to a little bit of a slower start, but by the time they got to the playoffs, he was one of the more reliable hitters in this Hyannis lineup. Excited to see him get going.
First 2 men on for Anthony Silva, the Horned Frog, as he takes strike 1. Third baseman Naraki playing about even with the bag. Thatch over at first base playing even with the bag as well. Cameron Hill, the 0-1. Changeup fouled off down third base side. Gets quickly ahead at 0-2.
For Hill here, after allowing just 2 well-placed hits, it's huge to be ahead on Silva. Looking to try and create some action.
The 0-2. Ground ball to Cerny. Tosses it over and bobbles it at second base. It's Advincula not able to get the double play, but they do get Snow at second base.
Ball not hit on the screws by Silva, so would have been a tough double play to turn anyways. Advincula realized that pretty quickly, and as soon as he bobbled it, he turned towards third to try to see if Zach York would try to get off the bag a little bit, but he didn't. Still a big spot for Grove's situational hitting. Driving a run.
Another lefty-lefty matchup here with Groves facing Hill. Runner on third is Zach York. Change up, and Anthony Silva tries to steal second base and gets the dirt ball read. 2 ducks on the pond for the Harbor Hawks.
That could not have been much of a better throw that time from Grant J. I mean, throw was on the money. Didn't let the ball get away from him too much, but just an aggressive read by Silva.
And with both runners in scoring position, that will bring the Cotuit Ketleers in. All infielders touching grass. Fastball riding on the hands of Groves for strike 1.
And for right now, the Harbor Hawks with runners on, batting .377, first in the Cape Cod Baseball League so far through 5 games.
The 1-1 breaking ball. Groves stays back and base hit to the right field. York will score easily. And that'll be Silva going station to station. Runners on the corners here. Hyannis up 1-0.
And that's a great approach by Nick Groves, understanding with the infield playing in, he can dip it in. It's a little bit of a blooper that normally would be caught out of the sky if Advincula, the traditional second baseman, was in the regular spot, but with them playing in onto the grass, it drops in right on that lip, and he's able to bring in York for a 1-0 lead.
Runners are on the corners here with only 1 out. Steve Solorzano getting his first plate appearance of this young season. First pitch, 93, comes in for a ball, 1-0.
That RBI single, just 71 miles an hour off the bat for Nick Groves, but placed in the perfect spot.
And a pick off over at first base. Groves goes in standing. Groves on first base, Anthony Silva at third base. Steve Solorzano at the plate here with 1 out.
With Nick Groves' speed, be looking for him in the Purple Eagle to get his legs going over to second.
Fastball up in the zone for ball 2.
Groves did get picked off yesterday in the 10th inning after the go-ahead single. Kind of squandered that rally a bit, but very quick on the base pass. Would not be surprised to see him on the move.
Backdoor slider, gets it for strike 1. Cam Hill loves to go. When in behind the counts, he will flip that slider over for strike 1. Hill does not have too big of a leg kick, and he drops that foot quickly when picking off to first base. The 2-1 delivery. Fastball catches the bottom part of the zone at 93 miles per hour. Count is back to even, 2-2 here with 1 out.
If you're Solorzano, you're in fight mode right now. Don't strike out, put the ball in play, and try to see if you can get Silva to score.
Hill looks in. Slider gets him swinging. And in a big moment, Cam Hill gets the strikeout.
That's a big second out for Cam Hill. Understanding he's got a speedy Silva breathing down his neck at third. Solorzano there with his strikeout. Cuts away the risk of a sacrifice fly, bringing in Silva.
And that'll bring up SportsCenter top 10 player Manny Garza up to the plate.
Manny Garza's got a former friend here in the fan section for Hyannis, Jacob Hahn. They went to Rice together. Hahn worked with the baseball team there.
Backdoor slider gets in for a strike. Count is 0-2 here with 2 outs, with Anthony Silva still on third base and Nick Groves on first base.
That slider registering 74 miles an hour. It's a huge drop in velo, hitting from low 90s all the way down to low 70s.
2 strike, tries to go again with that slider. Garza fouls it off down first base line. We'll do it again.
Great job by Garza to wait back on that off-speed pitch and just knock it the other way. Couldn't keep it fair, but if he can stay back on that slider and drive it the other way, got a good sense of that he's got the timing down.
The 0-2. Little grunt out of Cam Hill, tries to blow it by him. Garza fouls it straight back. Count remains 0-2.
That's a good approach by Garza. Protecting the plate in an 0-2. Got to have that 2-strike approach here, shortening up the swing.
Another fouled off pitch by Garza. Garza using his hands to foul it off towards first base.
Yeah, you could tell not looking for that pitch. Believe it was a changeup, but just able to knock it the other way. Defensive swing.
Cam Hill looking in, dangling the left arm. Sets. Takes a look over at Groves, and the 0-2. Fastball up in the zone. Fouled once again back is Manny Garza.
Might be at an 0-2 count, but that was just the 6th pitch of the at-bat. Now we're going to look to see the 7th from Cam Hill, who's trying to give everything he has behind it. But it's been Garza keeping his at-bat alive.
We'll do it again. 0-2. Breaking ball is fouled once again. Back, and it just gets out behind home plate. Count remains 0-2.
Got a groan from everyone around us. That ball about 20 feet back behind us. A group of kids jumped on top of it. I think someone wanted a play to be made.
Count remains 0-2 once again. Manny Garza fighting. Nick Groves is going. Dirtball Reed gets by the catcher. And walking in, standing home is Anthony Silva. Groves advances second base. Hyannis goes up 2-0.
And just another example of what fighting in a long at-bat can do. Eventually you're going to make Cam Hill try to make you chase out of the zone. Tries to go to that slider in the dirt. Grant J can't corral it, and it is another Hyannis run.
Cam Hill try to go to the changeup, low in the zone, get some dirt. Manny Garza with a great take, now up 1-2. Fastball is flied towards first base. Thatches looks to be under it, has enough room, and makes the play. But not before the Harbor Hawks scratch 2 in the top of the second. Harbor Hawks lead 2-0.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
the Harbor Hawks offense gets it done early once again. Harbor Hawks lead as we go into the bottom of the second, 2-0. Due up for the Kettleers will be number 6, Tyler Cerny, followed by Brooks Bryan and Grant J.
Really nice for the Harbor Hawks to get out to an early lead here against Cam Hill, who had, as we know and as we've talked about, an incredible season last summer. Really don't know what's going on with him so far this season. The stuff just leaving things middle a little bit more often than he usually does. Wonder if, I think the next inning will be big for him, but on the Hyannis side of things, Joey Jerwa had himself a nice inning, gave up a couple hits. One ended up being an out recorded at second base on the beautiful play by Parker Brocious. So hopefully just a shutdown inning for him coming up in the bottom of the second.
And stepping up to the plate will be number 6, Tyler Cerny, sophomore out of Indiana. Also saw a pretty successful night last night at Harwich. Went 3 for 5 with a double, scoring 3 times in one game last night. First base from Jura is a fastball. That's out. 1-0.
You love to be in a lineup that scores 18 runs. Going to help boost your statistics, your confidence. Put up some impressive numbers.
Then on top of that, it came against Harwich, who on opening day hit the lights out of the ball against Cotuit. So get a little bit of revenge back, and now they're back even with both of their 2 games ending in 7 innings.
Jura, the 2-0 is a fastball, fouled straight back, 2-1.
For Hyannis. After Cotuit, they'll have Orleans at home, then travel to Wareham. That's their schedule for the weekend.
Slider gets him to go, and Tyler Cerny just goes, evens the count to 2-2.
Yeah, folded him like a pretzel on that pitch. And Cerny thought that was strike 3. And an umpire told him, no, you still got another strike.
And they 2-2, and that will send him on his way, send him looking, is Jura.
Yeah, Fraser in the bottom of the zone. Jerwa does a great job of once again placing his pitches, something we saw in his first outing. He did so well, doing it again here today in his second outing on the Cape.
Now will be lefty Brooks Bryan, and the first pitch he sees is handcuffed, and a little blooper to Datalo for out number 2.
You gotta love a one-pitch at bat. If you're the pitcher getting the out, totally jams the hitter and ends up being a lazy out to the third baseman, Michael Datalo.
Number 33, Grant J. up, the sophomore from DBU. Another Patriot that is on the field tonight at Lowell Park. Backdoor slider gets him looking for strike number 1. And the 0-1 from Jurwa is a slider. Gets him swinging for strike 2. Quickly up ahead at 0-2.
Yeah, definitely fooled Jay badly on that pitch. Way out in front. Dove underneath the barrel.
Jurwa, the 0-2, gets him swinging. Quick inning for Jurwa with 2 strikeouts in this half inning. Score remains 2-0 as we enter the top of the third.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Make a change.
Back here for the top of the third. Harbor Hawks lead 2-0. The lineup will turn over for the first time in this game. Parker Brocious will lead off this top half of the third.
Cam Hill taking a spill on that last warm-up pitch. He's all right, luckily, but let's talk about that last inning from Jerwa. Just 9 pitches. That's all he needed to get through 1, 2, 3. Had 2 strikeouts in there as well. So he had a really nice shutdown inning that the Harbor Hawks needed.
And that's what you need to have from Joseph Jerwa. He's your opening day starter, someone that the entire coaching staff has a lot of credit in and understanding that he has the stuff and can take him to the next level, and they're showing it here against the nation's best.
And we've seen it so far from both sides. Offense been getting up early, giving these pitchers some runs to work with, but also the pitchers putting up zeros in behind it is just as important. Killing the momentum of the other team, really putting them away.
This is now the 5th straight game the Harbor Hawks have scored in the first 2 innings. Playing from ahead has been a huge part of this for Hyannis. They can be a little more aggressive on the base pass, the style of baseball that Mitch Carricker likes to play.
Parker Brocious will lead off this half the inning. Attacks the fastball, fouls it straight back. Count is 0-1.
I don't think I've seen a team hit more foul balls than the Hyannis Harbor Hawks have this season. I mean, yesterday with more, and it's a good thing that they're able to fight. Maybe not in a no strike count, but
fastball way up in the zone for ball 1.
But it shows the approach they have, that they are going to battle.
And back to your point a little bit, Josh, Cam Hill seems to have trouble with his footing over there on the mound so far. We've seen him take a couple slips here in this top half of the inning. 1-1's a slider that just misses low for ball 2.
I can't find the zone right now. Before every pitch, taking a hefty, deep breath, trying to control himself.
Cam Hill working from behind. 2-1 slider is popped up. Compton gets called off by center fielder Hall. Hall makes the play in left center field.
Man, Hall ran a long way for a ball that Compton really would have only had to move 10, 15 feet or so. Center fielder has priority. If I'm Compton, I may take that a little personally. I don't know.
It's one of those, once it got up into the air, it just kept turning.
Kane Kepley, first pitch slider, hits him on the elbow, runs over to first base, and Kane Kepley's on base.
What does Kane Kepley do? It's get on base. Anyway, it's a walk, a hit, or now a hit by pitch for the first time this season for him. He is an on-base machine, and that's something you want out of your first 2 between Parker Brocious and Kane Kepley that the Harbor Hawks have seen so far in the young season.
Finding ways on is what those 2 guys seem to do, as well as working to deep counts. Cam Hill's first pitch is a changeup, arm side, gets his first strike.
And the one guy you don't want to get on base is Kane Kepley. He has a habit of nestling himself into the pitcher's head, especially the lefty staring right at him.
And he throws over to first base. Sliding back is Kepley. Cam Hill with that quick pickoff move. It's not off his back foot. Still has a little bit of a leg kick, but immediately plants it down and tries to pick over using his quick hands.
And for Kepley, he's got great speed. He's shown it all Cape season.
Kepley with the oven mitt on his left hand. Fastball fouled straight back right on the crowd mic.
I think that hit the crowd mic. It's okay. It's still staying strong. You did a great job, Jacob.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, still holding up. Putting the crowd mic to test early in this matchup. So far, so good for Jacob Irons and the crowd mic.
Whew.
I hope.
Backdoor slider gets Datala out in front. Ground ball to third. To second base. Can they get the double play? And they do. Ground ball to Naraki. Flips it over to Evan Kula. Then throws it over to Thatch for the double play.
Hawks, and despite the Hawks ending last night's game in a tie, they still have yet to end it in a complete loss. Although their stakes are facing Cotuit, last time the Hawks had a 3-game win streak until losing Cotuit 16-7. At the time, Cotuit had one of the best records in the Cape League, but roles are reversed this season. The Harbor Hawks are leading with a 4-1-0 record right now, but it's a home game for Cotuit, and they may be coming in hungry for a victory against the Hawks once again. With Cotuit having home field advantage and the Hawks still being undefeated, Hawks really need to channel the skills that they've been able to pull out the past 5 games and hopefully come out on top once again.
Thank you, Josie, for that. And such a good matchup, like she had mentioned. I mean, you have Cotuit scoring 18 runs, having a dominant victory in 18-4, and they have the Harbor Hawks so far undefeated. And we saw a lot of great matchups last year. That is a great story from Josie Broyles.
Cotuit, a team that the past 2 seasons now has gotten off to very hot starts. This season, still very early. They still could run off a couple W's in a row, and all of a sudden they're looking at a great record. But they've kind of faded the past few years, losing in the first round of the playoffs to Hyannis 2 years ago, and then losing in the first round last season to the Bourne Braves, who ended up winning the entire championship. So maybe a little bit of a different strategy for them this year. See if they can learn from those strategies that maybe didn't work in the past.
And the beauty of summer baseball, though, too, Josh, is every year it's a new team. There is not like professional baseball or college baseball where there's it's just a huge amount of turnover rather than a consistent roster.
And the first pitch in the lefty-lefty matchup, Tanner Thatch hits it hard to center field. Parker Broch is able to get it under center field.
And with those new rosters, you're able to rechange your dynamic a little bit, whether you want to be a little bit more on the speed side, more power, and allows you, unlike professional baseball and college baseball, to change your look from year to year. While some coaches have the style of play they like to have, but maybe you want to try and reinvent yourself and get yourself back into the playoff conversation, you can do that a lot easier in summer.
And that'll bring up number 7, Jaron Advincula. 2 for 4 with 3 runs and an RBI in last night's matchup. Uses his hands, ground ball to Detallo. Detallo ranges his glove side, makes the play over to York for out number 2.
Great smooth play by Michael Detallo at third. Was playing into the grass, and it helps him there on the little nubber that went about 7 feet away from the mound to the left side. He was there, able to glove it, pulled it out for the sidearm throw. And once again, Joseph Jurwa here working efficiently.
Jura with only 27 pitches so far in this game. The lineup will turn over for the Cotuit Ketleers. Nolan Naraki got a base hit. Try to stretch out into a double in his first AB.
Now 28 pitches, but it's still 20 strikes that he is pitching. Only 8 balls have missed the zone for the new Vanderbilt Commodore.
The 1-0 is hit sharply into the 6 hole. And 2 for 2 on the day is Nolan Naraki.
Naraki once again finds that hole between Detallo and Silva on the left side of the infield. Can't do all that much to it.
That's the one negative about peppering the zone with strikes. It's certainly the strategy that the Harbor Hawks want to take, that Jerwin wants to take, but sometimes if you leave the ball over the middle, these hitters in Cape Cod are going to make you pay for it.
Max Ballou, the right fielder out of the University of Texas, went to high school at Aledo, Texas, the Bearcats. The orange and white school
Nico.
For Aledo, right next to Benbrook and Fort Worth. Ballou, hard line drive down the right field line, and it is fair. Rounding third base will be Naraki, and he'll be held up, but it'll be a stand-up double for the Longhorn.
Beautiful piece of hitting by Ballou, lefty-lefty matchup, pulls his hands in on that pitch right down the middle and hammers it into the right field corner.
tying run over there at second base is blue for Nathan Hall, who also in his first AB got a base hit.
Nathan Hall, a sophomore teammate of Nolan Naraki, trying to drive in his fellow Tiger, who's at third base.
Jorwa, the first pitch is a fastball down in the zone for a strike. Jorwa in the first, this is his first time having a little bit of trouble so far in this game. Have 2 ducks on the pond, 2 runners in scoring positions. Still have 2 outs, 1 pitch away is Jorwa. The 0-1 is a ground ball to Silva. Silva catches on the long hop, throws over to first base, and crisis averted. As we head towards the top of the 4th inning, Cotuit has 2 runners on, but no avail. Score is still 2-0 Harbor Hawks.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention. When you need to be seen for a minor illness...
Back here at Lowell Park, score here is Hyannis 2, Cotuit 0.
Cam Hill back on the bump for his 4th inning of work and still having a lot of trouble with his landing spot there on the mound. Home plate umpires going to check on him right now.
Yes, it's a little bit of the runway that feels like there is a little bit of a hole there that he's creating himself when he slips. And with that hole that he's creating, if he doesn't land right in it every time, he's catching an edge of it and he's falling.
And you wonder if maybe with Hill as tall as he is, as a left-hander, probably not used to going against another tall left-hander in Joey Jerwa. You wonder if Jerwa creating that same hole is messing with Hill's landing spot at all.
2 tall southpaws,
yeah,
coming in at 6'6" and 6'7". And speaking of lefties, that'll bring up Zach York, the first baseman, who got a base hit blooper in his first AB, would later come in to score. First pitch, that slider for a strike.
For York, had a single in the second to come around to score, but the first run of the day.
Second pitch of the AB is spiked for a ball.
That's a tough one for Jay to take. The catcher puts his chest protector on it, but off the hand, it was a fastball that went right in. And don't think the dirt took too much off that.
York ground ball right back to Hill. Hill easily jogs on over, flips it nicely to Thatch for out number 1.
Ball not hit hard. Cam Hill able to comfortably make that play on the glove side. Thought for a moment he was going to try to beat York to the bag. He had it, but decided to just underhand flip.
I bring up Eric Snow. Eric Snow wasting no time. Hard line drive into left field for another hard hit ball for a base hit.
Eric Snow's seeing something. It's another dropper into left shallow field, and it's right there. And Snow's able to get behind it and drop her in.
Eric Snow, 2 nearly identical hits too, and Don't let Snow get hot.
Anthony Silva ground into a fielder's choice in his first AB. Changeup, low and away. Pop up to center field. Hall easily camped under it, makes the play for out number 2.
And Silva just dropping his shoulder there a little bit, elevating it to Hall in center, and about as routine a fly ball as they can come.
2 outs here with Nick Groves. Another lefty-lefty matchup here. Nick Groves going to try to extend the inning and get it to the next guy. Eric Snow with a small lead over at first base. Slider inside, almost catches the hip of Nick Groves.
Yeah, Groves turning his back to it. Slider that started way in, held his ground until the very last moment, realized it wasn't cutting quick enough.
It's the second time it's been a lefty-lefty matchup where Hill has left it arm side with catching Kepley earlier in the game.
Then this time goes too far in correction on the other side, as it's a pitch away on the lefty Groves.
Groves ahead in the count, 2-0 here with 2 outs. And a check swing to third baseman. Naraki makes the tough play down the third base line. Harbor Hawks leave a runner stranded as we enter the bottom of the 4th. Score remains 2-0.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Two 2-0 here in Lowell Park. Hyannis still up. Leading off this inning will be Brandon Compton out of Arizona State. Talked to pitcher Matthew Teeting, pitcher at Arizona State, and he talked about Brandon Compton, talked about him in the weight room a little bit. You know, as a quote, he says he also deadlifts like 800 pounds and is an absolute animal in the weight room.
Is the 800 pounds hyperbole, or is that like number on number?
You know, if I were to know Matthew Teeting, I would say it's number by number. He says he's an animal, says he works out hard, says the competitive nature of this guy is different.
I wouldn't be surprised either. He's hitting bombs everywhere he goes. In the Northwoods League, hit 13 homers in 60 games. 71 ribbies. That was last year for the Duluth Huskies.
Ground ball towards Eric Snow's glove side. Slips a little bit, throws it away is Eric Snow. Advancing to second base, but Manny Garza throw to second base. Safe is the call. Eric Snow working to his glove side, slipping just a little bit, allowing for that error on the throw. Compton will advance to second on the throw.
And for Compton, it was a quick decision. As soon as he saw the throw go, he made the choice to turn. It's one of those plays that you wish Snow would just held on to it. It was already on the ground, but had a decent throwing angle to it. But as he made his motion for the throw, slipped even more, throwing off his trajectory.
Just a weird play overall. It felt like he had time to square his body to it, but instead made the play glove side on a weird hop.
Leadoff guy finds his way to second base in Compton. That'll bring up Tyler Cerny, the shortstop.
Struck out looking to Giroir back in the second.
Jorwa, the 0-1 is a slider, back foot, evens the count to 1-1.
First time the Kettleers have found themselves with the leadoff man aboard. And now in scoring position with the error for Compton.
Jorwa, the 1-1 is a slider, fouled straight back. Next to the crowd mic once again, count is 1-2.
Big pitches coming up for Jorwa. Try to get through the middle of this order. A Cotuit lineup that can get you 1 through 9, but especially in the middle of it. Tyler Cerny, very threatening.
Cerny with 237 average so far as he fouls that pitch off his foot. Good crowd out tonight here at Lowell Park. All the way down third base line. Stands are full. Everyone bringing their lawn chairs out down the left field line. Same thing going down the right field line. Packed house as we have the Battle of Barnstable here. 1-2 is fouled off into the woods down the right field line.
Always is a great crowd here at Lowell Park, especially on a beautiful Friday night. Even saw some ducks walking by earlier. I heard them quacking a little bit, actually. Maybe you could hear it on the crowd mic. I don't know.
Yeah, everyone's out here bringing their pets, bringing their ducks. Everyone's out here for the great matchup of the Battle of Barnstable. Jorwa, next one, 1-2. It's a ground ball back to the pitcher. Jorwa looks him back, throws it to first, keeps the runner on second base for out number 1.
It's a good look back by Jorwa. It was a hard step off the bag for Compton, but it was Jorwa looking him back, giving him a death stare that sent him retreating. And with the clean throw over to York at first, helps himself out and puts one away.
That'll bring up the all Sunbelt first team in Brooks Bryan and the DH spot today. Standing in the left side of the box, first pitch is a slider in the dirt. Garza keeps it in front of him for ball number 1.
A lot of lefties in this lineup, even against the left-handed pitcher, Joey Jorwa. A very balanced lineup, lefty-righty, lefty-righty. So hard to match up against.
Fastball, catch the top part of the zone. Jorwa is able to even the count back up to 1-1. Brooks Bryan having a solid year over at Troy, hitting .279, 61 hits, 85 RBIs. Slider misses away, 2-1.
Just a ridiculous number, and that's obviously a college season. 58 games for him. 18 homers as well. Again, can't stress enough the power that this Cotuit lineup has. The 2-3 record, you know, doesn't really show that the talent that they bear.
2-1 is fouled off down third base line. Count is 2-2 here with 1 out. Runner still remain on second base.
It always is how Mike Roberts places his roster together. You're going to have some big names within college baseball find themselves here at Lowell Park, and they tend to be home run hitters. So they lead the way with 7 home runs so far on the Cape heading into this 6th game.
Fastball right in on the zone, 91 miles per hour. Jorwa gets another K.
Just froze him, caught Bryan looking for a slider to bend out of the strike zone, and Bryan guessed wrong, and he goes back to the dugout, down looking.
And that is something you've seen out of Jorwa in both here and in season as well in the spring. His strikeout pitch has been his fastball. Loves to surprise hitters and back in that low 90s fastball in for strike 3. First pitch to the catcher, Grant Jays, up in the zone for a ball.
After the error led to the leadoff hitter on second base, you're just 1 out away from getting out of it. Can Jerwa bear down?
Second pitch is fouled straight back. Grant J struck out swinging back in the second. Jerwa so far having 4 strikeouts to his name, as we hear 3 2/3. Jerwa sets. And the 1-1 delivery. Slider just misses low and in. Jerwa try to back it in for a strike.
A good pitch selection there from Jerwa, just can't find it into the zone enough.
Two 2-1 is a hard shot going towards left center field. Kepley going back, runs out of room, and that is a hard line drive for catcher Grant J as he rounds the bases with a 2-run home run.
Yeah, and we talked about the power that Cotuit possesses. Grant J had 21 home runs in his collegiate season this past year at Dallas Baptist. He ties up this ball game for the Kettleers.
It's a pitch low in the zone, flirting with the middle, and Jay makes Jerwa pay there. And now just like that, it's a new game, tied at 2s.
Tanner Thatch up to the plate. Jerwa goes right back at him for strike 1. Tanner Thatch and try to keep this 2-out rally going as he takes a slider low and in for strike number 2.
Good response here from Jerwa, putting himself ahead. Got to be pitch by pitch here if you're Jerwa, understanding after that massive home run.
And the 0-2 is a fastball, try to sneak it in behind him. Anthony Silva grounds it, flips on over, picks it, is Zach York, and that'll be out number 3. Jerwa responds well, but not before Grant J makes it a new ball game at 2-2. We head to the top of the 5th.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Back here with a new game. Score is 2-2, got a new ball game. Thanks to Grant J and the 2-run bomb in that bottom half of the inning.
Yeah, with a new ball game, gives Luke Hill an opportunity to have a little bit of a more assurance there, understanding you have almost like a 0-0 ball game and you're not fighting from behind and you can't feel like you're missing. But now for the Harbor Hawks, they've done so well so far this young season to respond. How do they respond here in this big one?
And the Cotuit Ketleers having a little bit of a 2-out rally there. It was just one big fly, a little bit of a mini 2-out rally there in the bottom half of the inning. First pitch to Datalo is a slider. Ranging over to third base line is Cerny. He gets under it for out number 1.
Here's Manny Garza, who had a really nice at-bat that ended in and out, but kind of assisted in the run being scored on the wild pitch. Was able to fight off 6 0-2 pitches.
And Steve Solorzano flied out to the shortstop there. Then I'll bring up Manny Garza, the catcher. 0 for 1 on the day. Flied out after that long AB to the first baseman, Thatch. Count is 1-0. Slider tries to get it in on the corner. Cannot get it, though. Count is 2-0. Early to Garza.
Garza only seeing one ball in that long AB. Sees two back-to-back.
2-0 is a fastball way up in the zone. Count moves it 3-0 to Garza.
Garza can't be Cam Hill's favorite hitter right now. Fought off everything he had his last time up, now has him 3-0.
Fastball walks him 4 straight pitches. That's a free one for Manny Garza.
For Garza getting aboard. He can help the team in getting Parker Brocious in here in the Georgia Tech matchup, but Mike Roberts is out to have a conversation with his hurler.
And before he even make it to the line, I think he did make the motion to the pen. Roberts joins everyone in on the hill.
Seems to be working on that spot that Cam Hill was worried about slipping on. Overall, a nice appearance for Cam Hill. Not able to get through the 5th, but.
Yep, and that will do it for Cam Hill after 4 in the 3rd innings. Cotuit will go to the bullpen. We'll let you know who's coming in after this.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Now pitching for the Kettleers, it will be number 38, Merritt Beaker.
And Merritt Beaker, the left-handed pitcher out of Ball State, Lexington, North Carolina, last spring, a 4.11 ERA there in 15 games started. Has already thrown 81 innings. That was obviously in their collegiate season. Wonder if he's got any sort of innings limit on him, maybe why he's coming out of the bullpen for the Kettleers. But last summer in the Coastal Plain League had an ERA of 5.57 and 32 and a third innings pitched. So now here for the Kettleers has already thrown 3 scoreless innings, looking to add to that.
And he comes in to face the top half of this Harbor Hawks lineup. Due up is Parker Brocious, Kane Kepley, and DeTalo. So comes in a little bit of a tough spot, faces the righty in his first appearance, and we got Garza over there at first base.
Seemed to be the plan for Cotuit that they were going to let Cam Hill go until he got to the 3rd time around the order. As soon as the top of the order comes up, don't want to let them see him again.
Yeah, they talk about it's a high percentage pull of understanding that when you see the guy for the 3rd time, probability of getting a hit skyrockets. Like Roberts there playing a little bit of the analytics game. Understanding he wants to get a fresh arm here against crosstown rival.
And Merritt Beaker's a fastball slider guy that arm side fastball. When he throws that fastball to his arm side, it's going to have a lot of run and sink to it, and very firm when he pulls it down to his glove side. Parker Brocious will be the first batter to face Beaker. First pitch was that off speed, coming at 79 miles per hour for strike one.
And when you go from Hill down at his 92 all the way to a 79-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch as Beaker's first, changes your entire approach.
And that's another changeup low in the zone. Count is 1-1. Checks Brocious over there. Did not go.
Nice stop behind the backstop by the man that tied up this ball game, Grant J, to keep Garza over at first.
The 1-1. Fastball low in the zone. Fly deep to right field, but working under it is the Longhorn. Blue makes the play easily for out number 2.
Yeah, Brocious doing a good job. Get some loft into it. It's just not far enough. Sneak it by below.
That'll bring up left fielder Kane Kepley. Hit by a pitch by Cam Hill off that first pitch slider back in the third. First pitch he sees is another slider. Misses low and away.
See if Kepley can get a little bit of a 2-out rally going.
Second pitch of this AB catches around the hands for strike one.
Second game in a row now where the Hawks score early and the bats kind of fall asleep a little bit as the game goes on. You'd like to get the next lead before Cotuit can.
The 1-1 is a changeup. Nasty changeup right in on the hands. Just missed low. Count is 2-1.
Like you talked about, Josh, it's being able to play with the lead. It allows you to be aggressive in your approaches and aggressive in your decision making that Mitch Carricker likes to have the opportunity for.
Kepley, hard line drive, but right to the shortstop, Cerny. And that is out number 3. Score remains tied at 2-2 as we enter the bottom of the fifth. Before we head to this bottom of the fifth, let's send it over to sideline reporter Matt Coates.
Thanks, Nico. Just like our matchup tonight, last night was another tightly contested game in Dorn Park against the Bourne Braves. That one ending in a 6-6 tie. Before today's matchup, I caught up with John Gazdar and just asked what Mitch Carragher's message was to the team after that first tie of the season. He said Coach emphasized limiting mistakes and extra bases for the opposition. Coach talked about how fielding errors and small miscues on throws have big impacts on tightly contested matchups. And then in terms of the vibe in the locker room, John said the team wasn't really phased. It's a tie, but they still get to go to sleep, wake up the next day, and play another game of baseball. And in the conversation, he joked with me, hey, we're still undefeated. Things could be a lot worse.
Thank you, Matt Coates. Silent Reporter is doing a great job so far today. Great stories, and you know the mentality of this team is what's going to happen. What's going to take us to where we want to be. Having that next day mentality, we saw it there from John Gazdar.
Yeah, exactly. When you talk about John Gazdar, who gets the day off today, not in the lineup after a strong start to the season, it's a good opportunity for the Harbor Hawks to have to be tested. We talk about being so good that sometimes you need to be humbled here, and that's what the tie does, I think, for the Harbor Hawks, and understanding how they want to approach some of those tougher games without having to give them a loss necessarily.
And after a strong start from Joseph Giroux, 4 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 runs, none of them earned, 4 strikeouts, and did give up that 1 home run late. That'll bring up Aaron Savory, the right-handed pitcher out of Iowa for the Harbor Hawks.
And Savory is a really difficult matchup for hitters. A right-hander, but kind of has a weird low 3/4, mid 3/4 arm slot, a nasty slider, throws a curveball as well, and a 2-seam fastball. does a really nice job tunneling those pitches off of each other. And we'll have a difficult matchup here with the 9-1-2 hitters coming up.
Yeah, and for Savory, it's the same relief outing plan for Mitch Carricker in the dugout as he had against Falmouth. It was Savory who went 3 innings, 1 hit ball, gave up 2 walks and struck out 2.
And leading off this bottom half inning will be Jaron Advincula, second baseman. 0 for 1 on the day, grounded out to the third baseman. And Datalo for out number 1 in the last inning.
Manny Garza just took a moment to go talk to Savory before the inning starts. Maybe just get the signs down.
Savory's first pitch in Lowell Park is a ball missed arm side.
And although this is Savory's second outing, it was Camden Janik that caught him back on opening day, game 1.
Savory's 1-0. It's popped straight up. Garza working backwards to it. Makes it look easier than the Sports Center top play earlier this week. Gets the leadoff matter in Advincula.
We talk about Garza's defensive prowess, and it's shown right there, losing the mask quickly, looking up, locating it, positioning himself under it, and is able to make that catch with the catcher's mitt. Something that's a little underrated on top of it. It's not a traditional mitt as well. It's a catcher's mitt, making it a little bit harder to grab those pop flies.
And due up will be Nolan Naraki. So far, not being able to get this guy out. 2 for 2 on the day, 2 base hits in the first and third inning.
Showing you why he's a perfect leadoff man for the Kettleers. You get your leadoff man aboard, it allows the teammates behind you to do some work.
Savory, arm side fastball, misses low in the zone. Count is 1-1 here with 1 out. So far, the top 2 hitters in this Cotuit lineup, 3 for 4 on the day, finding ways on for the people later in the lineup. Nasty slider for Savory, gets him swinging. Count is 1-2.
So difficult when you throw a slider and then can take a little bit more off on the curveball. Both pitches nasty. And then a 2-seam fastball that runs.
Savory working across his body, tries to get a chase pitch on that slider. Away in the zone. Nolan does not bite. Count is 2-2. Savory working the 2-2, up in the zone. Coming in, making a diving play. It's Kepley. Nolan Naraki tried to bloop that one in right in between shortstop Silva and Kepley. Kepley coming in, making a nice diving play for out number 2.
Kane Kepley showing off his speed, got a good jump on it, and went full Superman, laying out for it to get to the ball in time to make the grab. It was a big play there from Kane Kepley to get 2 away here in the home half of the 5th.
And that'll bring up the Longhorn and Bearcat, Alito Bearcat, Max Ballou, who doubled down the right field line in his last plate appearance in the back in the 3rd.
And that plays even more important with Ballou being behind so that you can keep base runners off.
Second pitch of this AB is a changeup, misses arm side to the right-hander Savory. Savory working the 1-1, tries to back foot it, misses inside, 2-1. Savory standing in at 6 foot tall, throws the ball across his body, starts his hands low right at his hips, and as he starts his motion, works up towards the chest area and back down towards the hip. Slider misses up in the zone. Blue up in the count, 3-1.
And if you're Savary, obviously you want to try to pitch around Baloo a little bit, but knowing that it doesn't get much easier after him.
3-1 delivery, misses just low and away. And that is a free bag for Baloo.
See, Savary obviously did miss on that 3-1 pitch, but being very careful, trying to pick at corners, makes someone else beat you.
And Savary's a guy where every single pitch in his arsenal he has, nothing comes in flat. Everything's going to have some arm side run. His slider has so much horizontal break. This is the guy that looking to get in a pitching segment here later on this weekend.
Can't wait for that one, Nico. Seems like, I mean, we saw that you did that with Darren Horn and Jamie Arnold last season. Aaron Savary, a guy with a really nice pitching arsenal, so it'll be cool to see what he features and how he throws what he throws.
Second pitch is a slider, 2-0 in the count. Yeah, looking forward to see, what goes through his mind, his mentality, and how he works these pitches so well off each other. Comes from that 3/4 angle. So looking forward to getting a little more insight from Savary. 2-0 is a high liner over the head of Silva. Baloo will move from first to second. Runners on first and second as that'll be Nathan Hall with a base hit.
Yeah, just after get the first 2 outs here, the bottom of the 5th, quickly. Savary with a walk to Baloo, and then Hall teeing off on him, dropping it in. But it's a really good, well-placed hit from Hall into the left center field gap, but it's Brocious getting to it quickly to ensure Baloo can't get on the run, find himself over to third.
It'll be a quick mound meeting. Got the whole infield, a little bit of communication for Brandon Compton, who was due up, reached by error earlier in the 4th. Ground ball to Snow, where Snow lost his footing a little bit. Righty-lefty matchup due up.
Yeah, another tough at-bat as Compton also has a case to be made for one of the better players on Cape Cod. Has Summer League success already.
First pitch, the slider flipped in for a strike.
That's in the Northwoods League, which is probably right just a tick behind the Cape League in terms of talent. And he thrived there.
And with a runner in scoring position, he had 71 RBIs last summer in the Northwoods Leagues. Played for the Duluth Huskies. And that was something Matthew Teeting talked about a lot over at Arizona State, was his ability to score runs and produce RBIs. Fastball blows by him for strike number 2.
And on top of it, to produce in summer baseball, because you're going to be tired, both physically and mentally, because of how often you are playing baseball. To add on a good stat line to not allow the fatigue to get to you is huge as well.
Savary, the pickoff to second base. Tries to get Blue working one way. Blue comes in diving. Count remains 0-2 here with 2 outs.
And you hear it all the time from scouts around the Cape Cod Baseball League. If you want to play professional baseball, play summer ball, because you're going to find out whether or not you like the everyday aspect of it.
Compton struck out swinging on the hard-breaking curveball of Savary. Cotuit leaves 2 runners on. Score remains 2-2 as we head towards the top of the 6th.
Hey Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
Moving towards this last third of this ball game. Score remains 2-2. Harbor Hawks back up in this top of the sixth. Merritt Beaker coming in for a second inning of work.
And a second inning of work that's trying to find something and get the backs back up between the two sides. It's not first shortage of base runners. Both sides in the past two have found themselves with runners on. They just haven't been able to get that hit to bring them in, and both sides looking for, and here in this spot, looking to see if Tatalo, York, or Snow can do that for the Harbor Hawks.
And it will be the Patriot Tatalo leading off this sixth inning. Tatalo 0 for 2 on the day, grounded to the second baseman in his first AB, and grounded to a double play and back in the third. The 1-0 was a fastball, gassed him up. 1-1.
And for Beaker, came in for two batters and only pitched 8 pitches to the two of them. Once again, you love to see that here in summer ball. The more efficient you can be is huge for your pitching coach and for your dugout to understand they can get a little bit of length out of you.
And the 1-2 from Beaker is a hard line drive to center field. Hall working back, it's over his head. Tatalo working hard up the middle. Gets a stand-up double, hard line drive over the center fielder head of Hall.
At center field, 397 here at Lowell Park. Probably traveled 390 the entirety of the way, and dropping in behind Hall, who plays a tad in, especially early in the season with the midseason form just starting to develop in these players with the wood bat, but it's Tatalo getting everything, and now a runner in scoring position with nobody away for the Harbor Hawks.
That one from Tatalo, 93 off the bat, and you could tell Hall didn't really expect that one to carry as much as it did.
First pitch to York, lefty-lefty matchup is a slider for a strike.
And Hall, instead of turning and running, trying to find a spot, kind of just, I wouldn't say backpedal, but had his head up looking for the ball, thinking it was going to drop into his glove, and just went right over his head.
The 0-1 to York misses arm side. Count is now 1 ball and 1 strike. Leadoff man to Tatalo finds his way on second base. Runner in scoring position for Zach York, who had that bloop single back in the second, and then ground to the pitcher back in the fourth. 1-1's a slider, hard ground ball to Thatch. Scoops it, makes a play, but the runner, Tatalo, will advance from second to third. Zach York does a job, out number 1.
Yeah, it's exactly that, Nico. To do your job out moving Tatalo from second to third for Zach York. Doesn't have to be pretty every time, but putting it over to the right side of the infield ensures Tatalo can make his slow stroll over to third.
And with Tatalo only being 90 feet away from home plate, Eric Snow, 2 for 2 on the day, will draw the infield in for the Cotuit Ketleers. First pitch, backdoor slider, catches part of the zone for strike number 1.
Snow already has 2 hits on the day, 2 line drive singles into left field.
Tatalo on third base, Eric Snow, the 0-1 count. Ground ball to second base. Runner Tatalo will have to hold as Adam Nakula looks him back, and that'll be 2 outs here with the runner still at third base.
I think that's the first time this season the Harbor Hawks haven't sent the man on third on contact in those situations of a ball hitting the ground, runner on third base. Tatalo, obviously not the fastest Harbor Hawk on the team, but that time.
And that'll bring up the horn spot. Count is 1-0. Back foot slider misses.
And it's also that grounder. Huge reason why Mike Roberts, the manager for the Kettleers, brings your infield in for that exact reason, playing close to it on a slow roller in the infield.
Breaking ball down the zone for ball 2. With now 2 outs, the infield playing very deep. Both middle infielders have their back feet on the grass on the other side, playing deep, allowing them to cover a lot of space. The Horned Frog up, count is 2-0. Fastball right in on the hands for strike 1. Two balls and 2 strikes here to Silva, who reached on the fielder's choice and the back in the second, flied out to the center fielder. 2 balls, 1 strike here with 2 outs to Silva. Fouled straight back. Ball hit the fence and still hasn't come down.
Believe it, yeah, it's stuck up there in this chain link fence. Must have caught a weak spot.
Got a wedgie?
A little bit of a wedgie. You don't see those in baseball very often.
No.
The 2s are hot in Lowell Park. Fastball up in the zone, misses. Not by much. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes here, and 2 outs.
Big spot for Anthony Silva. Can get his first big hit with the Harbor Hawks.
And on deck will be Nick Groves. Silva fouls this ball down the third base line, and we'll do it again.
Pulled his hands in on that off-speed pitch and hit it well, but could not keep it fair. Still battling.
The on-deck man, Nick Groves, had an RBI in his first AB with a single. Anthony Silva going to try to get to the next guy here. The 3-2 delivery, low in the zone. Anthony Silva works the walk. We have runners on the corner for Nick Groves.
It's a good walk by Silva. He's able to get the move over to first, and now with his speed, can try and get him home if you're able to find something into the gap.
Another lefty-lefty matchup as Nick Groves steps into the plate. Nick Groves working low batting stance. Fastball right in on the hands, coming at 89 miles per hour for strike 1.
Groves with an RBI single already today has been one of the clutcher Harbor Hawks this season at the bottom of the order. Not many guys you'd rather have up right now.
Anthony Silva working a one-way lead at first base. Groves chases the slider, gets a little bit of dirt. Silva able to advance on the dirt ball read.
And Groves telling our writer Peyton Kelly yesterday after the tie, understanding that when you are a mid-major, especially coming from Niagara and the MAC, you got something to prove. You have to come out and you got to show these Power 5 guys that you deserve to be here on the Cape. And so far, Nick Groves, since getting here a week ago, has been just that.
Merritt Beaker tries to get him to chase with that slider off the play away. Nick Groves able to take it. Count moves to 1-2. Now with 2 ducks on the pond, Totalo at third base and Silva at second. Nick Groves, the pitch, another pitch low in the zone. And the 2 ducks that Schreiber saw walking in earlier are on third base and second base. 2 ducks on the pond.
I have no comment on that. That's beautiful. Good drawback, Nico.
Nick Groves. The 2s are hot here in Lowell Park once again. The delivery. Slider misses the plate by just a little bit. The fans of Cotuit thought it may have caught some of the plate. Umpire reassures that it was away in the zone.
Yeah, audible groan from the Cotuit faithful here.
Full count. Nick Groves works a 3-2 count here with 2 outs. Runners on second and third. The next pitch is low in the zone. Another great AB for the Harbor Hawks. Nick Groves works a walk.
time after time, whether he gets the big hit, works a walk, has a productive at-bat. Nick Groves is doing it all this season for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. They've got the bases loaded now for the two-way player, Steve Solorzano.
Big moment for him and his first time in the lineup for the Harbor Hawks.
Bases loaded, nowhere to put Solorzano. First pitch, the back foot slider. Does he go? No, he does not. That is ball one. And with bases juice, Solorzano is up in the count, 1-0.
Solorzano, an individual that New Mexico State has a lot of confidence in and in his abilities as well. And talk about just finishing up his freshman year from La Cruz, New Mexico, and he's done a good job so far. Had that one pitch outing, but now getting his first opportunity on the offensive side of the ball. Couldn't come at a bigger moment. Just can't leave 3 on. Gotta try and find one to get across for the Harbor Hawks. With runners in scoring position, with 2 outs, they're batting .316, second on the Cape behind Harwich. That's what they have here, 2 in scoring position with 2 away.
And understanding that catcher, Grant J, went to go talk to Beaker for a little bit. Solorzano fouls that pitch over to the right side.
Yeah, that mound visit likely just to settle him down. You got Solorzano up right now. Two-way player, not really known for the bat per se, but certainly capable.
Bases juice so far for Solorzano. Solorzano uses hands, ball's going down the right field line. And he will make the play over there in right field. Hyannis strands 3 runners. Mayor Beaker able to get the 3rd out of the inning. Score remains all tied up here at 2-2 as we enter this bottom half of the 6th. But first, let's send it over to our sideline reporter, Josie Broyles.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, the score was just tied here for a little bit until that run, but luckily for the Hawks, they've been in this position before, and after having a conversation with Mitch Character last night, he mentioned that situations like these are what's really best for the team. It's good for them to play a team where they need to put up a little bit more of a fight, like the Bourne Braves last night and also like Cotuit today. And I was also actually able to pull aside Nick Groves pre-game today, who was quite the player in last night's game as well, and I asked him if there's any ever nerves that kick in when you're on the plate, especially with such a close score, and kind of like what Jake actually said earlier, having something to prove from being from such a small school. But he said that he doesn't actually get nervous because he's confident in what he's doing and he knows that his teammates have trained well with him. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Josie. You see it on the field with these guys, the confidence that they have and just their mental game, having that strong will-minded, and we see that time and time again for the Harbor Hawks.
And this game's shaping up to be a really nice matchup. It could have been a great day to go watch Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics in their parade and then come on down to the Cape right after that, watch a beautiful battle of Barnstable.
It's Celebration Friday in New England here after the big NBA Finals championship. I know my host mom is at the parade. She went out. She went over there today. She was looking forward to it.
Yeah, everyone was looking forward to it. Let's get past that.
All
the
right,
Dallas Mavericks fan here.
Our resident Mavericks fan, Nico Sharp.
Yeah, tough matchup for, Boston Celtics earned that one, but let's get past the parade. I'm sure everyone had fun at the parade. Hope everyone had a great time. Let's get back to the game here at Lowell Park.
You don't want to talk about it?
No, I'm sure everyone had a great time. Let's move on to Aaron Savary moving in this bottom of the 6th. Tyler Cerny will lead off this bottom of the 6th. The shortstop, 0 for 2 on the day, struck out looking back in the 2nd. Grounded back to the pitcher in the 4th. And the 1-0 is a slider right in on the hands, fouled off down the 3rd base line. Count goes to 1-1. I'm sure the parade looked fun. I saw videos of it. It looked like everyone had a great time.
You were still thinking
You
about
wish it were you.
You do. You so do.
It could have been Kyrie.
1-1 is low in on the zone. Count is 2-1. You know, I can't complain too much. My Rangers finally got us a celebration, a parade of our own. Texas Rangers took care of us. Mavericks couldn't get it done this time. Savory working in 2-1. Slider tries to get back in on the zone. Just misses. Count is 3-1 to the shortstop, Cerny.
Hey, here for Savory. Laboring here a little bit.
And the 3-1 fastball. Cerny tried to turn it around, but the ball would just go foul. Hits off the top of the fence over there down the left field line.
Yeah, Lowell Park has beautiful fencing and netting that goes all the way down, allowing for a little extra protection. Just snuck it in before the outfield wall.
Nowhere to put Cerny. Full count.
Heads up, guys.
Fouled right over us.
Almost hit us.
As Grant McNew would say, I got it, I got it. Nope, it's way over there. Count remains 3-2.
Miss him.
Talked to him today.
Really?
Yeah, talked to him today. Got a
Former
piece of
producer?
advice. Yeah, former producer, giving us a piece of advice on the VMix.
3-2 fastball. Catches the corner. Gets Cerny looking. Strike out for Savory for out number 1.
That's one of those pitches that Cerny knows as soon as he saw it get caught by Garza. Didn't even need to ask for clarification from the home plate umpire. It was about as beautiful over the pitch as they can come. It locks him up and can't do too much to it once it hits the leather behind him.
Now due up will be the lefty swinger, Brooks Bryan, the designated hitter. Did not go. Just checks the swing there. Harbor Hawks dugout did love it. Third base umpire says he did hold his swing.
Looked almost like a full swing to me. It was pretty close. I thought the home plate umpire was going to call it, but peel down to third, I guess not.
Count is 1-0 nonetheless. Breaking ball misses up in the zone. Brooks Bryan up in the count 2-0. Bugs seem to be coming out here in Lowell Park. Smell a lot of mosquito spray around
Is that
here.
what the smell is?
Yeah, I think so.
It smells lemony. I like it.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Yeah, no, it's not that bad. Like it's got a nice little lemon.
Yeah,
scent
a
to
lot
it.
of the bug spray is like super overwhelming. This one, it does have a little lemony smell. I'm with you, Jacob.
Thank you.
And Savory will walk Brooks Bryan on 4 straight pitches. And too much of a lemony smell, and it'll make Jacob Irons thirsty here, wanting some lemonade.
Yeah. Hey, what can I say? Got a great lemonade Arnold Palmer today at the Fig Tree Cafe right down in Cotuit. We had a little host family breakfast between me and Chase. It was fabulous today. Could not recommend more.
It's another great story, and the passionate lemonade man, Jacob Irons. And that'll bring up Grant J. Big-time 2-run home run that tied up the game back in the 4th. As Savory misses the breaking ball low in the zone for 1-0.
Here and after now 5 straight balls, it's a good decision here from Manny Garza to make the jog out to the bump, settle down the hurler from Iowa, and just reinstill the confidence. It's there. Just struck out Cerny with a nasty breaking ball to lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th. He's just got to retap into that.
And also understand the hitter at hand, the catcher, Grant J. Had a great spring for the Patriots over there at DBU. 301 batting average, 57 RBIs, 21 bombs. So not too surprised with that long bomb here early in the game.
And have the conversation as well, because you don't want to leave anything over the plate for Jay. It cost Jerwa back in the 4th.
Savory working the slide step, catches him with a fastball right in the hands. Strike 1. Brooks Bryan over there at first base, working the walk in the previous at-bat. 1 ball and 1 strike here early to Grant J. Fastball on the zone. Gets a little bit of dirt. Garza able to scoop it up. Keeps Brooks Bryan over there at first base.
Clouds are coming out here at Lowell Park right now. What has been such a beautiful sunny day has Turned a bit overcast.
And a little bit of rain in the forecast to fall overnight and into tomorrow morning.
Savory breaking ball up in the zone. Straight behind home plate. Foul ball. Heard the ball with a solid thud. No one able to make the play over there behind us.
The ball is loose on the ground, and it has finally been corralled by one of the 25 kids pig piling.
Talk about good field. If you can get a good position, you're able to get a decent foul ball here.
Oh, yeah.
Savory missed with the slider. Count is all knotted up at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, just 1 out. Brooks Bryan still over first base. Only had 1 steal. Not too many times you will see the runner take off on a 3-2, 1 out. And with that in mind, Savory does pick off over.
Yeah, Brooks Bryan got caught leaning a little bit, was actually getting into his lead. Able to get back in time.
And having almost no lead over there at first base. Slide step, 2-strike pitch, foul ball.
Heads up.
Garza working towards the fence. And it just runs out of room. And not able to make the play in the stands.
They're getting real close to us, guys.
Count remains all knotted up at 3-2 after a fight at the plate for Grant J.
They got kids section found their way all the way into the stands to try and fight for their own foul ball.
And that'll be another ball. This one looks like Zach York will have enough room. Works towards the fence, makes the play for out number 2 after a long AB.
Nice job by York to settle that under that one easily, no problems for the sophomore from Grand Canyon. Bring up the left-handed first baseman, Tanner Thatch.
And a 6'4" man from UNC Wilmington. A little bit of blonde flow coming out of the helmet. Big swing on the first pitch, low in the zone. Fouls it straight back, 0-1. Tanner Thatch lined to the center fielder, then grounded to the shortstop Silva, 0-2 on the day. Brooks Bryan having a small lead over there at first base. Ball in the dirt. Garza able to block, keep right in front of him.
Garza, once again, just extremely solid defensive catcher. Brings so much to the plate.
Savory with a quick feet pick-off move over to first base. Brooks Bryan, having not much of a lead, comes in standing.
And then on top of it, works quality AB after quality AB. It's a really well-rounded individual behind the plate.
Savory, hard breaking curveball, right on the hands for strike 2.
Yeah, that buckled Thatch's knees. Was caught way out in front. Didn't end up swinging, but right there.
Savory working fastball, slider most of the time, then has that big high arching curveball in his mix. Hard line drive right to the third baseman Datalo. And that'll be out number 3. More runners are on base for Cotuit, but no runs are scored. We will head to the top of the 7th. Score remains 2-2.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Top of the 7th here in Lowell Park. Score remains all knotted up at 2-2. And that'll leave Manny Garza to lead this top of the 7th here. Merritt Beaker still working the southpaw. First pitch is a ball out in the zone.
Mike Roberts has gotten a little bit of distance out of him right now, and that's what you want out of your bullpen. If you can give you some quality innings of work.
Manny Garza grounds it to Cerny. Cerny makes it over the play, makes the throw to first base, and gets Garza by a couple steps. Out number 1.
Easy first at bat for Beaker. 1 pitch, 1 out. Just a routine ground ball to the shortstop.
Lineup will turn over once again in Parker Brocious. Ball 1 up in the zone. Parker Brocious so far today, 0 for 3. Struck out looking, flied out to center field, and then flew out to the right fielder. Still looking for his first hit of the day. 1-0 is a backdoor slider in, catches the corner for a strike. One ball, 1 strike, and 1 out here. Beaker Brocious ground ball to third baseman. And Nolan makes the play over there for out number 2.
Kind of an excuse me pick by Naraki over there at third base. Took a weird hop on him. Kind of gave a little flinch as the ball came up, but he still made the play cleanly. Quick 2 outs.
Yeah, Naraki seemed to catch a little bit of a palm right there. Still able to make the play. And that'll bring up lefty-lefty matchup in Kane Kepley. Beaker going right after these Harbor Hawk hitters. 38 pitches and 2 1/3 innings of work so far. Misses for a slider for the first ball of this AB. Another slider gets Kepley stepping out a little bit for strike 2.
And for Kepley here, trying to dig in here, give the Harbor Hawks some life.
Ball goes right towards the backstop. You can probably hear in the crowd mic. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2s are hot here once again in Lowell Park. Kane Kepley going to be a guy who widens his stance out, chokes up on the bat by a couple inches with 2 strikes. Slider up in the zone. High fly ball over to Cerny. Cerny makes the play. And the Harbor Hawks go down 1-2-3 with Merritt Beaker making it look easy for Cotuit Ketleers. Score remains 2-2 as we enter the bottom half of this inning.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
We've got a good one here in front of us, folks. As we enter the bottom of the seventh, Jaron Advincula will lead off this bottom half of the inning.
Yeah, it's going to be 9-1 and 2 due up for the Kettleers to try and create some offense, but it has been an even game so far. West Division clash and clash of Barnstable.
It's been the battle of the bullpens here so far. As we've entered, once the bullpens came into the games have been tied. Bullpen's able to put up a bunch of zeros for both sides. Aaron Savary coming in for his third inning of work. Misses again with the fastball arm side to the right-hander.
And for the Harbor Hawks, it was a run off the wild pitch, and then it was a single from Silva that was able to bring it in. So really, it's been station to station for the Hawks, while on the other side, it was one big shot from Grant J for the Kettleers.
And with Savary missing all three first pitches, arm side, ball's 3-0. And just like that, the Cotuit Ketleers get their first man on. Works the 4-pitch walk.
Tough to walk the number 9 hitter in this lineup on 4 pitches. The way that the top of the order has been playing here so far tonight. Gonna try to have to do your best to get a double play or something here. Find a glove.
And that'll bring up the hot hitter, Nolan Naraki, 2 for 3 on the day. Savary able to get him out for the first time this game with a fly out to the left fielder in his last plate appearance in the 5th.
That's how the Kettleers were able to start the scoring yesterday. It was a small ball. It was a sacrifice bunt that was able to bring in their first run of the day yesterday as they look to resort back to it here.
Slider misses in on the zone.
I never understand the timing of the have a hit sound that they play here.
It's when they need a hit, Josh.
I guess so. A 1-1 count, though.
Naraki with the bunt. Savary works the glove side. Flips it, makes a play over to first base. Sacrifice bunt for Nolan Naraki. Advances Advincula to second base.
It's a nice job by Naraki to get that bunt down. Beautiful sack bunt. Not trying to reach base. Just trying to get that job done for the big hitter, Bellew.
And Mitch Carricker has seen enough here as he makes the motion to the Harbor Hawks bullpen.
Makes the move, raises his left arm with the left-handed batter up. Looks like we may be able to see a lefty for the Harbor Hawks. 1 runner is on base. Score is still tied. A lefty coming in. We'll let you know who it is right after this.
Hey Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
Number 26, Dominic Carbone, will make his way in for the lefty-lefty matchup as he faces Max Bellew.
Yeah, Carbone out of Coastal Carolina had a 5.06 ERA with the Chanticleers in 24 appearances, all coming out of the bullpen. Worked a little traffic behind him with a whip of 1.393, striking out 35, walking 16. It's his second appearance of the summer. Appeared versus Brewster back on the 17th of June. Didn't record an out in that outing, gave up 2 hits. Both of them coming in to score for runs and walked 1, no strikeouts. Looking to try and have a bounce back here in his second outing of the summer at Lowell Park.
And him being put in this situation tells you everything you need to know about how Mitch Carricker believes in Carbone. You know, didn't have a great outing in his first showing, but to understand that in this high leverage situation with the runner on second base, now in scoring position, to bring him back in to face the heavy hitter Max Bellew, showing that he has full faith in Carbone to bounce back right here.
You have first base open here for Bellew, but probably not worth walking him or even really pitching around him with the lefty-lefty matchup and with Nathan Hall up next.
Bellew 1 for 2 on the day. First pitch, fastball right in on the hands of Bellew for strike 1. And Carbone's is a sinker slider changeup guy. Sinker loves to work at glove side, arm side works both. Lots of arm side run. We're going to see that a lot today. Slider can throw it in any count, along with the changeup, has good late dive.
Carbone, sorry, Nico, but Carbone stepping off there kind of just caught Advincula trying to get a jump.
Second pitch in the AB is a slider, tries to get him to chase. Count is 1-1. Garza loved the pitch there. Dominic able to put that slider down the zone. Garza putting his glove out like that's the spot he wanted it at. Advincula on second base. Foul ball down the first base line.
And now the clouds have really moved in here for an overcast day with nothing on radar, as it's gloomy over in Boston and on the mainland, but right here on Cape, no systems over us.
The 1-2 gets him swinging. Breaking ball down the zone, gets Bellew with a chase.
It's a great off-speed pitch from Carbone, and a big spot too for the Harbor Hawks. Goes to it, and Bellew's fooled by it, swinging right above it on the table dropper.
Now you're in a spot where you can consider pitching around Nathan Hall with 2 outs, runner on second. You have first base open. A very good Compton on deck, but it would be a lefty-lefty matchup.
First pitch misses down in the zone.
And that's a conversation to be had, though, Josh, because you have Hall here who's 2 for 3 with 2 singles, but Compton hasn't really done all that much besides reached on an error. But you know what Compton has, an active streak of back-to-back games with home runs, trying to continue that to 3 straight here today.
Hard line drive into the 6th hole. And coming around third base will be close play. The play is cut off by Datalo. The Cotuit Ketleers take the lead. Advincula slides into third. Slides into home plate. Cotuit Ketleers are up 3-2.
And Hall got every stitch of that baseball. Drove it right past the sprawling attempt of Michael DiTallo. His third hit of the ball game, upping that average to now 625 on the season.
And Nathan Hall had a night last night as well, had four RBIs in his last matchup, and he's stealing second base. Guards with a throw to Silva. Not in time. Sliding into second will be Hall. Advance on the stolen base.
Yeah, and now just like that for Compton, you have another runner in scoring position for the Kettleers, looking to try and get some more here with 2 outs.
Hall having 4 RBIs in last night's matchup. Compton one-upping him with 5 RBIs against Harwich in last night's game. First 2 pitches to Compton are balls out in the zone. 2-0 the count with the runner on second base.
So up to pitch to Hall. Bring up Compton, 2-0 to him now.
Compton hard ground ball to Silva. Silva works to the backside, throws it to York. York with the pick, gets out number 3, but not before. Nathan Hall, hard line drive, base hit, gets the RBI. Cotuit up 3-2 as we enter the top half of the 8th.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Hello there, Cape Cod. We're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bork Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
The Kettleers able to one-up the Harbor Hawks so far, 3-2. Harbor Hawks going to try to answer here in the top half of the 8th with 3, 4, and 5 due up. DiTallo, York, and Snow for the Harbor Hawks.
Yeah, for Hyannis, it's a bit of a responding time for them after Cotuit's able to take the lead. And DiTallo here and York and Snow, 3 batters that have shown a lot of pop in their bat so far today, have an opportunity to try and continue that pop here in a big spot for the Hawks.
Merritt Beaker still working for the Kettleers. Gets strike 1. The 0-1 is left up in the zone. The first man on will be DiTallo here in this top of the 8th.
That's what you want if you're the Harbor Hawks here. Get your leadoff man on and let DiTallo do the rest, because when you have that opportunity to work a little bit of small ball, that's a huge advantage for them, especially with who you have coming up with Snow and Silva and Groves behind York, who stands in the batter circle.
And that is exactly how the Kettleers got it done. A little bit of small ball. York, fly ball over to left field. Ranging under will be Compton for out number 1.
So York frustrated after that first pitch fly ball, not the contact you want to be making. For a guy that prides himself so much on his approach, on picking his spots, and it was a good pitch to hit. He just was a little bit behind on it.
That'll bring up Eric Snow. First pitch, back foot slider, gets away from the catcher, Jay. Allows DiTallo to move 90 feet closer. Eric Snow down 0-1. 2 for 3 on the day with 2 base hits in his first 2 appearances, and grounded out to the second baseman, Advin Kula, in his last plate appearance.
For Snow, has a hot day today. Boxing out with a runner in scoring position. Huge spot.
Breaking ball off, fouled off the front foot. Snow walking it off. Beaker is up 0-2 on the count early to Snow.
Yeah, Eric Snow, the former Bull from USF, now taking his talents to the Southeastern Conference and the Auburn Tigers.
No balls, 2 strikes to Snow. Fastball gets him chasing up in the zone. Big time strikeout for Beaker.
It's an elevated fastball right by the eyes. Your eyes eat first. It works with dessert and it works with fastballs as well. Makes Snow pull around and swing, but for the Harbor Hawks, had an opportunity with Tatalo on with nobody away, and now quickly it's 2 retired back-to-back.
Shortstop Anthony Silva, next up, had a big-time walk to extend the inning in the last plate appearance. 0 for 2 on the day, reached on the fielder's choice, but would score back in the second. And the 1-0 to the Horned Frog. Fouled straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike to Anthony Silva. Tatalo still at second base, 180 feet away. Merritt Beaker, the southpaw. 3 1/3 innings so far. 1 strikeout. Breaking ball, stays up in the zone, counts 2-1.
Again, another opportunity for Anthony Silva with runners in scoring position to get that big hit that he has not had yet this summer.
Merritt Beaker sets, and the pitch. Back foot slider. Did he go? No, he didn't. Count is 3-1. Anthony Silva just able to check the swing.
I said it the last check swing, I'll say it this one. Both of those seemed like the hitters did go around, but head coach Mike Roberts really giving it to the umpires right now.
Yeah, saying that they both should have called it, referring to the home plate umpire and the first base umpire. Count is 3-1 nonetheless. Ball 4 misses low in the zone. And Anthony Silva able to work back-to-back. Good walks.
Good walks for the clutch hitting Nick Groves. Saw when Hyannis needed a big hit yesterday in the 10th. It was the Purple Eagle who was able to respond, and now Mike Roberts making his walk out to the mound.
Runners on first and second here with Nick Groves up to the plate. Got the big-time hitter John Gazdar taking a couple stretches on the on-deck circle. And that will call for the Kettleers to have a pitching change. That'll do it for Merritt Beaker's day. We'll find out who it is right after this.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
The Kettleers will bring on number 43, Mark Hindy, to the mound.
And Mark Hindy out of William and Mary College, an Essex Fells, New Jersey native, 6'5" left-hander, had a 3.75 ERA in his collegiate season, 19 appearances, 60 innings pitched, a 73-20 K to walk ratio, and just 1 home run allowed all season.
Can't ask for much better bullpen performance from Merritt Beaker, able to really extend this game. 3 1/3 innings, only giving up 2 hits, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. That's a lot of zeros for Merritt Beaker.
And in the Valley League last season, in the summer for the Newmarket Rebels, had a 3.41 ERA and 37 innings pitched, 9 starts. And Nick Groves is going to have to try to face him lefty on lefty. Here with 2 outs. Groves is able to get on base. It'll be presumably John Gazdar into pinch hit as he's on the on-deck circle for Steve Solazarno.
And a big strikeout guy is Mark Hindy. 73 strikeouts, 60 innings pitched. 10.95 strikeouts per 9 innings is 5th best in single-season program history over there in William & Mary. First pitch to Groves is a buried breaking ball for 1-0.
Always so impressed by how relievers are able to come into games in these big situations, and they need to have their stuff right away, because if you walk Groves, you get to the best hitter on this Harbor Hawks team with the bases loaded.
Hard breaking ball, blown away. Ball 2.
That's another hold of a swing there that is not called around on as Groves went flinching but didn't break those wrists. And now Hindy finding the count 2-0. He's going to have to try and find himself back into the zone, trying to get Groves to bite. But as you get closer into that zone, Groves becomes just that much more lethal.
Yeah, 1 for 2 on the day, worked to walk in his last at-bat. The 2-0 delivery. Ball 3 up in the zone to Groves. 3 straight balls so far from Mark Hindy. Runners are still on first and second. The 3-0 is a fastball right down the middle for strike 1.
Yeah, Groves had the stop sign on the entire way. Didn't even move the bat after seeing 3 straight balls, but gonna have to really adjust here.
The 3-1 right in on the hands for strike 2. Nick Groves thought that could have been ball 4. Catches just the inner part of the strike zone. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Detallo on second base. Silva at first. Runners will be in motion on the delivery. Base hit scores 1, maybe 2. Breaking ball way up in the zone over the head of Groves. The bases will be juiced for number 14, John Gazdar.
And again, Gazdar in for Steve Solazarno. Gazdar has 12 RBIs this season as here comes Mike Roberts in again, and he will go to the bullpen after allowing Hindy to get out, or I guess face just 1 batter. Those 3 batter rules do not apply here in the Cape League. You can go to the bullpen as much as you please, and Roberts doing just that.
And that is exactly what they'll do. Hindy not able to get the lefty-lefty job done. Cotuit will go to the bullpen once again. We'll find out right after this. Number 42, Mike Villani, will get his name called to face John Gazdar.
A little gamesmanship here from Cotuit, kind of trying to drag out these warm-ups as much as possible. Starting to get dark here at Lowell Park, but should be enough time for Gazdar to get at least his at-bat in with 2 outs. But Villani, senior out of Long Beach State, 6'2", 210 pounds. Right-handed pitcher, had a 3.24 ERA in 22 appearances last spring. 25 innings pitched, 1.12 whip, just 11 walks on the season and 1 home run given up.
And to kind of go off the point you're saying, Schreiber, for the fans who can't see exactly what you're talking about, the night is getting later. It is 7:20 now. Cloud coverage, no lights here at Lowell Park. So the darker it gets, if it does get too dark and they deem that this game can no longer be played, they will call the game.
Sunset is at 8:19, so around an hour from now, someone will be fully set.
Bases juice for John Gazdar. First pitch, big swing, fouled off. First pitch from Mike Villani, 94 on the inner corner to John Gazdar.
This is a huge spot in the game here.
Hawks fans on their feet making noise.
Bases loaded. 2 outs. John to the plate. Breaking ball up in the zone. Ball hit straight up in the air toward the left fielder, Compton. Compton looks to be under it. Big time out. Mike Villani comes in and gets the job done. Cotuit leaves all the runners on base. Bases loaded. 3-2. Cotuit leads after 8.
Thanks, Nico. Did you guys know that 9 former Hyannis Harbor Hawks interns from the past 2 seasons have landed jobs within MLB front offices this year? The Hawks are looking to continue this tradition and establish a pipeline for the brightest young minds in baseball to make it to the big leagues. Today, we're here with one of these former Hyannis interns, Jacob Hahn, a current Baseball Projects intern with the Seattle Mariners. Jacob, first of all, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you.
Second of all, how has your time in Hyannis helped you prepare you for this current position you're in?
It was amazing. I don't think I could have gotten the job with the Mariners without this summer in Hyannis, just due to all the projects I was able to complete and all the access I had to help the team here.
And Jacob, for someone considering a future in baseball, why should they consider an internship with the Hyannis Harbor Hawks?
I think the Harbor Hawks are one of the best opportunities for a college student to get involved with the team, have their decisions actually make an impact on the field, more so than they can find anywhere else.
Lastly, Jacob, you're no rookie to being on the Cape. You spent all last summer here. I would know. I did live with you. What are you most excited to do this weekend on the Cape?
Already got to go to the NAC, which was pretty fun, but probably want to hit some mini golf at some point too. Definitely would recommend hitting Pirates Cove would be great.
Any plans on playing pickleball this weekend?
Ooh, also very much looking forward to that. Can't wait.
Don't mess around with Matt Coates. He's a pickleball machine there, hon.
Please, have you seen this man to your right? Nico Sharp, my goodness, maybe a professional pickleballer. I don't know.
Wow.
He's got it. Jacob, thank you so much for joining this broadcast.
Great to be back. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Jacob.
Another great report from Matt Coates, sideline reporter. Jacob Hahn coming in, special guest. Pretty fun to have these guys back. And as we enter this bottom half of the 8th, Cotuit still leads 3-2. Fastball up in the zone for strike 2. Dominic Carbone in for his second inning of work.
And for Carbone, like we talked about, with the night starting to fall here, I want to try and be as quick and as efficient as possible.
And that ball is hard. Ground ball down the line to Talo. Stretched out the glove. Could not make the play. Running over to second base is Cerny for the double. Leadoff double for the Cotuit Ketleers.
Talo just inches away from at least preventing that ball from being an extra base hit. Said it just scoots by him down the line, and a big leadoff double for Cotuit, who's looking to add some insurance runs here.
And the leadoff double is a perfect way to do it. And next up will be the designated hitter, Brooks Bryan. The big lefty in the box, designated hitter. 0 for 2 on the day. Squares to bunt. Just misses it. Strike one. Carbone looks in, bunt. What a bunt on the hands. Manny Garza spins, throws to play to York. Gets the out of first base. And making the play, or making from second to third, will be Cerny, runner on third base with only one out.
Yeah, beautiful bunt. Well placed by Brian. Doesn't even leave the dirt of the box of the circle around home plate. It just trickles out and over, and it was enough to do the job to bring Cerny into scoring position.
A little more small ball for the Cotuit Ketleers. We saw it last inning in the 7th, and it worked out for them there. Hope to do the same here with one out. Runner on third base in Tyler Cerny. That'll bring up the big swing catcher, Grant. 0-1 the count, one out. Harbor Hawks in on the grass. All toes playing in. Down by one already for the pinch hitter, Matt Klein, number 18, out of Louisville. 1-1. Slash. Carbone able to make the play at first base. And out, number 2. Matt Klein trying to perform a slash right there. High hands, gets the out at first base.
Honestly impressive by Klein to even make contact. Since he squared to bunt, his hands were all the way at the top of the tape that's on the handle of his bat. Able to make contact, but Carbone able to stab the ball with his glove and keep the runner at third.
And with 2 outs, that'll bring up Tanner Thatch, the first baseman. Fastball up in the zone, gets past Manny Garza. And walking home 90 feet will be Tyler Cerny. Cotuit Ketleers up 4-2.
That's just a pitch that was way in the zone and out of the reach of the sprawling Garza, who came out of his squat, got a little piece of the leather on it of his glove, but couldn't bring it back down into the zone.
2 outs here. On the check swing, they say Tanner Thatch goes. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Front door slider just catches that inner part of the zone. Dominic Carbone up 1-2 in the count. Another lefty-lefty matchup between Carbone and the big swinger, Tanner Thatch. 81 miles per hour, low in the zone, 2-2.
Wind really picking up here at Lowell Park. Threatening skies, starting to get dark out.
2s are hot for Carbone. 88 on the hands, fouled straight back. Temperatures seem to drop here a little bit too as the sun is going down. Wind picking up a little bit.
And it is dropped in temperature as well out here on Cape.
Another foul ball into the dugout of the Cotuit Ketleers.
Can feel the low pressure system moving in right now. Give way to some fog later tonight. I wouldn't be shocked if you see some fog delays around the Cape and cancellations.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs once again to Carbone. Carbone breaking ball low in the zone. Tanner Thatch able to spin on it. Count is full. All knotted up at 3-2 here. Tanner Thatch 0 for 3 on the day. The lefty-lefty matchup. Fouled straight back. Big swing by Tanner Thatch. Count remains 3-2.
Another really nice at-bat from the Kettleers. This will be the 9th pitch coming up.
Full count delivery. Breaking ball just misses low and away. Carbone just missing a little glove side. That will be a free base for Tanner Thatch.
That ball just missed. A little bit outside, a little bit low.
And with the sun moving down a little bit, that'll draw the umpires to have a quick meeting. And they are going to call this game right here. Running out of sunlight here after having a couple outs here in the bottom of the 8th. The final score to this game will be Cotuit Ketleers 4, Hyannis 2.
Yeah, overall, a nice pitcher's duel by both Joey Jerwa and Cam Hill. They did a nice job, but at the end of the day, Cotuit comes out on top for battle number 1 of what surely will be a fun season series.
It's always a good time when these two teams meet. Should be a lot of fun down the stretch if game 1 is any indication, Nico.
No doubt, what a game indeed. The game was knotted up for the majority of this game. Cotuit hands the Harbor Hawks their first loss of the season.
And you'll have Orleans tomorrow, and then they travel over the bridge against Wareham and then back home on Monday versus Bourne as the upcoming schedule. You can catch all those right here in the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
And that is where you'll catch us tomorrow night, back home in McKeon Park. Final score in tonight's matchup, Cotuit 4, Hyannis 2, as the game ends in the bottom of the 8th. From Nico Sharp, Jacob Irons, Josh Schreiber, Chase Avery, Dan Bottolino, our silent reporters, Josie Broyles and Matt Coates. This has been the Hyannis Baseball Network. Cotuit hands Hyannis their first loss. We'll see you tomorrow night at McKeon Park.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.